내빈분들께서 지금 입장하고 계십니다. 큰 박수로 맞이해 주시면 고맙겠습니다. 네, 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017의 주요 내빈분들께서 지금 입장하고 계십니다. 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수로 환영해 주시면 고맙겠습니다. 네, 여러분 안녕하십니까? 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017에 오신 여러분들을 환영합니다. 저는 오늘 행사의 사회를 맡은 아나운서 송상은입니다. 반갑습니다. 네, 고맙습니다. 우선 정말 바쁘신 가운데에도 오늘 이렇게 귀한 걸음 해주신 모든 분들 환영하고요. 또 이른 아침부터 이곳을 가득 메워주신 여러분들 대단히 감사드린다는 말씀 먼저 올리겠습니다. 스트롱코리아 포럼은 매년 사회 각 분야의 리더들이 대거 참석해서 국가 성장 동력과 과학기술 혁신, 산업 경쟁력, 기업 생산력 강화 방안 등에 대한 다양한 의견들을 제시하고 또 해법을 제공해 오고 있습니다. 특히 올해 포럼은 4차 산업혁명은 기초과학부터라는 주제로 이야기가 진행이 될 텐데요. 아무쪼록 여기 계신 모든 분들께 유익한 시간이 되길 바라면서 오늘 개회식 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 오늘 개회식은 김기웅 한국경제신문 사장님의 개회사와 문재인 대통령님의 축사로 시작하겠습니다. 그럼 지금부터 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017의 개회식을 시작하겠습니다. 네, 고맙습니다. 자, 개회식의 첫 번째 순서로 본 포럼의 주최기관인 한국경제신문 김기웅 사장님의 개회사가 있겠습니다. 여러분 큰 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다.
내외기빈 여러분 대단히 반갑고 고맙습니다. 저는 한국경제신문의 김기웅입니다. 먼저 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017을 격려해 주시기 위해 정말 바쁘신 가운데서도 축사를 보내주신 문재인 대통령님께 감사 인사를 드립니다. 또한 새 정부 출범 초기 일들이 참 많으실 텐데 직접 참석해 주신 윤영찬 국민소통수석님께도 감사드립니다. 공동 주최 기관으로서 여러모로 애를 써주신 최재유 미래창조과학부 차관님, 포럼 공동 주관사인 김두철 기초과학연구원 원장님, 임기철 한국과학기술평가원 원장님, 그리고 변훈석 한국지식재산전략원 원장님께도 고마운 마음을 전합니다. 그리고 일일이 소개해 드리지는 못하지만은 이 자리를 빛내주신 경제계, 학계, 연구계, 그리고 정치계 리더 여러분들께도 감사의 인사를 올립니다. 스트롱코리아는 원래 이공계의 추락을 막고 과학기술 분야 인재를 육성하기 위해 2002년 저희 한국경제신문이 시작한 캠페인입니다. 이공계 기피 현상이 아주 심각했던 당시 가자 과학기술 강국으로를 캐치프레이즈로 내걸고 연중 시리즈를 시작을 했는데 그것이 벌써 16년째가 되었습니다. 디지털 시대 소프트 교육의 중요성을 강조한 스트롱코리아 시리즈 기사는 정보의 소프트웨어 중심 사회 선언으로 이어지는 등 여러 가지 성과도 거두었습니다. 지난해에는 대한민국 경제를 세계 11위까지 끌어올린 과학기술진흥 60년의 성과를 조명했었습니다. 국가 발전과 국민 복지 향상에 기여한 과학기술인들의 업적과 활동을 발굴해 널리 알리면서 과학기술에 대한 국민들의 긍정적 관심을 확산시키기도 했습니다. 스트롱코리아 포럼은 특히 2013년부터 미래창조과학부가 공동 주최기관으로 참여하면서 한층 업그레이드된 행사로 발전했습니다. 올해 스트롱코리아 포럼의 주제는 4차 산업혁명은 기초과학부터입니다. 우리나라 경제가 계속 혁신하면서 성장하기 위해서는 기초과학에 대한 지속적인 투자가 이루어져야 합니다. 이와 함께 연구자의 전문성과 자율성을 강조하는 사람 중심의 과학기술 정책을 통해 양질의 일자리를 만들고 성장을 도모해야 한다는 취지도 이번 포럼의 주제에 담았습니다. 한국이 4차 산업혁명을 주도해 나가는 데 있어서 가장 중요한 자원은 사람입니다. 상상력이 뛰어나고 도전 정신이 넘치는 인재가 없다면 미래 변화를 이끄는 선도자가 될 수 없습니다. 4차 산업혁명을 주도할 젊은 인재들이 기가 꺾이지 않고 마음껏 도전할 수 있는 환경을 만드는 일은 가장 시급하고도 실질적인 정책 과제라고 하겠습니다. 오늘 포럼에서는 3차원 설계 소프트웨어 기술을 앞세워 스마트 시티, 스마트 팩토리 혁신을 선도하고 있는 다쏘시스템의 버나드 샬레 회장님이 경험의 시대에서 과학과 산업을 주제로 기조 강연을 해 주십니다. 또 사물인터넷 분야 특별 강연도 준비되어 있습니다. 세 가지 주제로 펼쳐지는 세션 발표와 토론에서는 오늘 참석하신 국내외 석학과 전문가들께서 머리를 맞대고 4차 산업혁명을 주도해 나갈 다양한 정책 대안을 제시해 주셨으면 합니다. 저희 신문은 오늘 포럼에서 제시된 여러 정책 아이디어들을 기사 등으로 보도해 국가 정책에 고려될 수 있도록 적극 노력하겠습니다. 오늘 귀한 시간 내주신 모든 분들께 감사드리며 늘 건강과 행운이 함께 하시기를 빕니다. 대단히 고맙습니다.
네, 주식이관 한국경제신문 김기용 사장님의 개회사 먼저 함께 하셨습니다. 올해 포럼이 특히 더 많은 분들의 관심 속에서 이렇게 개회가 됐는데요. 오늘 이 자리가 나가야 될 방향에 대해서 다시 한번 짚어주셨습니다. 자, 다음은 문재인 대통령님의 축사가 있겠습니다. 이 대통령님을 대신해서 윤영찬 청와대 국민소통수석께서 대독해 주시겠습니다. 여러분 큰 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다.
저도 원래 신문사 출신인데 요즘에 자꾸 방송에 나가다 보니까 방송이 돼가고 있는 것 같은 느낌이 듭니다. 좀 더 좋은 뉴스를 가지고 또 국민이 행복해할 수 있는 뉴스를 가지고 자주 찾아뵐 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 대통령께서 오늘 행사를 축하드리고 그리고 저에게 본인의 메시지를 주셨고요. 그리고 오늘 이 자리에서 제가 대독하게 됐습니다. 대한민국의 미래를 이끌어갈 과학기술인 여러분, 내외 기업인 여러분, 미래창조과학부와 한국경제신문이 과학기술 인재 육성을 위해 마련한 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017 개최를 축하드립니다. 지난 2002년부터 16년째 스트롱코리아 캠페인을 펼치면서 과학기술 강국 만들기와 창의적인 인재 육성에 기여해온 한국경제신문의 노력에 감사드립니다. 지금 세계는 4차 산업혁명 시대로 달려가고 있습니다. 인공지능, 클라우드, 사물인터넷 등 첨단 ICT 기술이 인류 문명과 산업 지도를 바꿔놓고 있습니다. 이런 시점에 4차 산업혁명은 기초과학부터라는 주제로 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017을 개최하는 것은 매우 시의적절하다고 생각합니다. 과학기술 인재를 길러내는 대학과 이를 활용하는 기업 그리고 정부 부문 관계자들이 우수 사례를 공유하고 변화 발전 전략을 모색하는 이번 포럼이 인재 육성 정책 수립에도 많은 도움이 되리라고 기대합니다. 저는 지난 대선에서 4차 산업혁명 시대 미래를 위한 담대한 도전을 약속했습니다. 새 정부의 목표는 분명합니다. 국민이 생활 곳곳에서 4차 산업혁명을 눈으로 보고 피부로 느끼고 마침내 주역이 되는 것입니다. 대한민국은 촛불혁명과 4차 산업혁명에 모두 성공한 나라로 세계인에 기억되고 아이들이 과학자를 꿈꾸는 나라를 만드는 것입니다. 정부의 책임도 다할 것입니다. 우선 대통령 직속 4차 산업혁명위원회를 설치하여 4차 혁명 준비에 국가의 모든 역량을 모으겠습니다. 김대중 정부가 만든 초고속 인터넷망이 세계 최강 ICT 대한민국을 만들었습니다. 4차 혁명의 기본 인프라가 될 초고속 사물인터넷망을 세계에서 제일 먼저 구축하겠습니다. 규제도 대폭 개선하겠습니다. 신산업 분야는 금지된 것 빼고 모든 것을 다 할 수 있는 네거티브 규제를 도입하겠습니다. 인공지능이 꽃피울 수 있도록 공공 데이터 규제도 해소하겠습니다. 정부와 지자체가 소유한 공공 데이터를 개방하여 기업이 활용할 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 기초과학을 육성하여 하고 창의적인 인재를 육성하겠습니다. 학생들이 과학자들을 꿈꾸지 않는 나라는 미래가 없습니다. 초등학교부터 소프트웨어 교육을 받을 수 있도록 교육 환경을 조성하고 전문 교육 인력을 양성하겠습니다. 기술 인재와 융합형 인재를 양성하기 위해 대학 교육도 개선하겠습니다. 미래는 예측하는 것이 아닙니다. 상상하고 도전하고 만들어내는 것입니다. 과학기술이 일자리를 만들고 4차 산업혁명이 국민의 삶을 행복하게 만드는 새로운 대한민국을 만들겠습니다. 여기 모이신 국내 인사들의 소중한 경험과 지식이 합쳐져 대학과 기업, 국가의 미래 성장 동력 확충에 대한 폭넓은 논의가 이루어지기를 기대합니다. 다시 한번 스트롱코리아 포럼 2017 개최를 축하드리며 우리나라를 방문해 주신 내외 귀빈 여러분께 감사드립니다. 앞으로도 대한민국 과학기술 발전과 인재 양성에 많은 관심과 애정을 가져주시기 바랍니다. 4차 산업혁명을 주도해 나갈 새로운 길을 여는데 모두 함께 노력해 주실 것을 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
네, 대단히 고맙습니다. 문재인 대통령님께서 보내신 축사 함께 하셨는데요. 소중한 말씀 대단히 감사드리며 또 아울러 수고해 주신 윤영찬 국민소통수석님 대단히 고맙습니다. 네, 그럼 지금부터 기조연설 순서 이어가겠습니다. 오늘 기조연설은 버나드 샬레 다쏘시스템 회장께서 경험의 시대, 과학과 산업이라는 주제로 강연해 주시겠습니다. 여러분, 버나드 샬레 회장님을 큰 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다.
Good morning. I'm very honored to be here today and share with you my passion about science, technology, on how we've been able to basically take advantage of the science and technology to change and transform the world over the last 35 years. The connection between science and the fourth industrial revolution is essential. Usually it's associated to digitalization. But I think that the most important thing is to leverage science to change and improve the world. I would like to share with you my observation as for the last 35 years we have contributed to deeply transform the world of product development, production, using the digital world. It's a story by itself, and it's a story where it's not only about software, it is about embedded science. And there is a lot of confusion still today about how to approach in a digitized society the transformation of the innovation on the industry. So to do so, I would like to share with you where it's coming from. I am the Vice Chairman and CEO of Da쏘시스템. I've been at Da쏘시스템 as a scientist at the beginning, 35 years ago. And we have taken the challenge to address very, very extremely large program revolutions around the globe. You can see here that Da쏘시스템 serves about 280,000 enterprises in the world. All airplanes that fly today are designed and simulated with Da쏘시스템 software. 60% of the cars, and a lot more now in life science, as 48 out of the top 50 pharma companies are using the bioscience platform from Dasosystems in their work. So it's cross-discipline, cross-domain, cross-industry. 12 industry sectors, $1.3 trillion of innovation program are today based on Dasosystems software in the world. That, in context, I would like to tell you what I have observed and maybe share with you a few ideas that could be very helpful to create the next level of industry in Korea. So, the very fundamental thing about the transformation of the industry is about connecting words which have never been connected together. At the beginning, we started with the modeling and simulation of physical goods, planes, cars, or many other programs. Today, to make the industry competitive, there is a new setup, a new policy that needs to be set up to connect domains which have never been connected together. For example, bioscience, biotechnology. I'm going to illustrate briefly why this is becoming so critical. The three spheres you see here are the massive investment we do in modeling and simulation for physical goods, life science, and of course, geoscience. There is no way in the future of a sustainable world you can ignore one or the other. Because the future of the industry is not about digitizing the past. It's about transforming the way mankind create, design, and produce in a more sustainable way. I like the Nobel Prize François Jacob's statement that says, whether mythic or scientist, the view of the world that man constructs is always largely a product of imagination, and we should not forget that. Imagination is unlimited, and the power of imagination needs to be served by the new power of possibilities. On serving the new world of possibilities, it's not about creating a fake world. It's about deep understanding of science and leveraging science in those challenges. I would like to illustrate why the fourth industrial revolution cannot be summarized to digitalization. It's a very narrow view of the problem. So, to do so, here are some extreme illustrations that you see in front of you, and I would like to go and take the time to comment what I want to illustrate with those videos. At the center, you have 3 Nobel Prizes. You have Martin Karplus from Harvard. Martin Karplus used Dasosystems scientific modeling platform for its Nobel Prize award to explain how diffusion of chemistry in human cell could happen. It's a breakthrough, and it's now serving many of the new bioscience world. You have Amano-san from the Nagoya University, a Nobel Prize also, who has been using modeling and simulation for deep research. So the digitization is not a question of documentation digitization. It's a question of modeling, simulation, abstraction, and understanding of phenomena. It's going to change in a deep way education and research. That Dasosystems 10 million students and scientists in the world are trained every year to use our software for research, development, production. So that's for the deep connection with science. Let's see the implication in multiple sectors. 2 years ago, the FDA, Federal Drug Administration of America, recommended as a total surprise to the world of health science to recommend that all research in surgery for heart should use the Da쏘시스템 Living Heart platform. Why so? Why a recommendation to use a digital platform modeling of simulation of the living heart with muscles, tissues, electrical signals, everything that creates and makes this heart something unique? Is because for the first time ever, we were able to represent to the world the phenomenon with such accuracy that it's changing the entire practices for heart surgery. That's an illustration where the regulator itself has stated, which is very rare, not frequent to see the regulator up front taking a position, that modeling and simulation with the digital world can change life science. Last October, in front of 600 scientists of the FDA in Washington, I presented how we now are modeling and simulating the propagation of cancer in human cells. Is it digitalization? Yes, it is digitalization. Is it only digitalization? Of course not. It's about modeling and simulation of phenomenon so people from different disciplines can understand each other. Another example on the top of the image is what we do with Singapore. A city is very complex. Today, with the Singapore government, we are deploying a full modeling and simulation platform called the 3D Experience City for virtual Singapore. Why? One of the biggest challenges, if 60% of the population are in cities by 2050, will be to define how you can ensure quality of life for citizens, how you can ensure proper services for aging population, how can you improve waste, energy management, and also the social connection between people. Today, we must admit that evolution of cities are done by try and errors, continuing to rework the process. Tomorrow, it's not going to be the case. One of the biggest challenges that they discover is that the government administration didn't know how to cooperate. They don't see the end result before they do it. And that's a big problem. So that's another illustration where it's modeling, it's simulation, it's scalability. I have a few other examples here that are extreme, scientific-based problem to solve. But before that, I would like to speak about the construction sector. Construction sector, as the life science sectors, are way behind many of the industry sectors. They just are discovering digitalization as we speak. So they are at least 30 years behind. In pharma sector, on life science, it's still a lot of tests. There is very little capitalization on modeling and simulation. How can it be that you can accumulate the knowledge without it? Construction is behind because construction has been prisoners of drawings. The very first digital airplane in the world was created in 1989, the Boeing 777. Zero prototyping, fully designed, simulated using software. It has changed the world of aerospace in a big way. Today, no aerospace company in the world will decide to develop an airplane without such kind of platform. Was it functionalities or capabilities? Yes or no. It was the power of doing modeling that would represent the reality of behavior, of structure, electrical systems, and many other things. And it has improved reliability of air traveling, reduced the cost, and improved quality of air travel around the world. This was already over 20 years ago. Today, the manufacturing industry still do a lot of prototypes, huge waste, lack of understanding of basic phenomenon, huge quality issues, efficiency issues. So I am astonished when I see countries asking themselves, what should we do to be more competitive? Well, maybe the first thing is to do the things that you do right first time. And it's to use the power of this collaborative platform to change, because it's then cumulative. The other example, which is a modular car that you see here in the video, is a program that we have in California with 10 top new mobility companies for electrical vehicle. They all are using our platform. Why so? Because they know that at the center of the new vehicle architecture, modeling and simulation, it's not about the design of the car, it's about the experience that the vehicle will provide. It's about mastering integration of multidiscipline, multi-scale systems, new materials, or new ways to produce. And you see that they are shaking the sector big way today as we speak. And you see the modularity, almost a car like a Lego set. It's a game changer transformation. And it calls for many new government initiatives in education, in ecosystem transformation of the industry, to take the topic of not digitalization, but industry transformation from a new perspective. You have a few other videos which are illustrated here. One of them is the multi-scale human cell, where we can simulate, as I said, the propagation of cancer in human cells. This is very real. Many publications were done on that topic. In fact, Martin Karplus, who published his research and got the Nobel Prize Award, as we have now integrated his theory in the platform. So what's the value of doing that? The value of doing that is people who are not supposed to work together for collaboration and innovation can now understand phenomena, better predict them, and really build things in a different way. The last remark I would do is related to what we are doing with electrical airplanes for short transportation. Those airplanes will become autonomous airplanes. They will be safer than having a pilot. And it's going to happen faster than anyone think, to move people out of the cities through virtual air tubes. This is a program, a real program, where this airplane developed in the Silicon Valley is based on the full modeling and simulation, where every parts are designed with composites, processes, fully modeled and simulated, or 3D printed parts. 3D printed parts is not a question of shape. It's a question of science. It's material science. It's processes. It's a laser on powder, on the mastering of the processes. It goes to the atomic level. And industries are not used to address those challenges in such a breakthrough approach. So when you connect all those dots, something is happening which is going far beyond digitizing existing processes. It's about putting science at the heart of those infrastructure and platforms that helps people design, create, simulate, and produce. It's almost funny for me to see papers explaining that the fourth industrial revolution has started. It started 40 years ago. It started with the digitalization of the economy and the society. And I think it's a fake statement to say that it's starting now. It started with the adoption of 3D modeling to replace drawings, to remove ambiguity, to create digital twins that will be compliant with the real product definition. It went then through a process that we call the life cycle management, the holistic approach to life cycle management, and that was in the 2000s. So you can see over the last 35 years, the world leaders have been going through this transformation. The fourth industry revolution is not about manufacturing. It's about designing and producing in a different way. Yes, there are enablers like cloud computing, like objects talking to each other, like automation that can change the things. This will never make a company competitive. Why so? We are not anymore in a product economy. We are in an experience economy. We are in an economy where the value is not in the product. The value is in the experience that that product and services provide to citizens and consumers. And this is even true for airplanes. It's passenger experience, it's the capacity for airlines to adapt quicker, it's the collection of services that goes with it. The winners of tomorrow in developed economies are not going to be product companies. They are going to be companies providing experiences to their targeted audience, which means a fusion between different worlds, as you will see in a moment. I have a little video that illustrates that. The story of the 777 or the 787 or all the Airbus stories on the BMW cars and other came, or the Toyota now, came from the fact that there was a way to do modeling and simulation of the entire cycle. You have here on one side the physical product, on the other side you have the virtual one. At Da쏘si스템 we believe we can reduce the distance between the V, virtual world, and the R, the real world, to zero. It can be reduced to zero. If you imagine tomorrow that the value of a part will be on its digital definition because the cost of printing it will be marginal, it has to be integrated in new policy, new training, new business model. It's a business model question and capability question. It is not a digitalization of the old processes. You see here the future of plants. We believe, for example, that with the virtual twin of plants, you can replace extremely complex tooling by digital tooling. In fact, for some airplane companies, there is zero tooling. You have the impression that the plant is a basketball field. There is zero tooling. The product itself is its own tooling for assembly. That's a real revolution because it does change everything in the cycle. So that's why we believe the experience economy is changing everything for the future of the industry. On taking it from the digitalization of existing processes will not make it. We are involved in 50 global manufacturing initiatives in the world. They are all here, from Europe to US to China to Japan, creating this virtual environment that helps to do a better physical innovation. What can we take from this? The first thing I want to tell you is if you think about the startups who are changing the world today, Tesla and others, they don't start from the product. They start from the final value of mobility. They want to know the experience which is going to be delivered and use that experience to rethink completely the innovation, creation, production, and simulation. At Tesla, they use, for example, the Da쏘시스템 platform. They were the first one in the world to go with it when they started. And now, these electrical planes that we see in California are also doing the same. I believe that a sustainable world is now opening up in a serious way. We have massive issues on cities, energy sector, life science and personalized science, education. Let's think about this on education. I'll show you a story where we have discovered that students and researchers can learn faster by virtual experiences than reading books. And I'll show you why. So our passion at Da쏘시스템 is to connect those elements together with a clear goal: harmonize product, nature, and life. It's not a simple say. We invested 1.2 billion in life science to make sure life science could be used for 3D printing. Let's see a few illustrations of that. One of the biggest challenges today in science is to connect the multi-scale with the multidiscipline. Multi-scale from the atoms to the products, multidiscipline, all type of simulation, whether they are materials, thermal, fluid, electrical, control systems, they all contribute to the synthesis of those new things that are going to be produced, whether it's from biotechnology, like Amgen using the Da쏘시스템 platform to create new medicine, or Medtronic using our platform to create personalized health equipment. We can take those examples, but the challenge in science is multi-scale, multi-physics, on connecting those dots. In order to do that, we see four major things that need to be addressed well, and it applies to education as well as to businesses. The first thing is the social connection. The social connection, it's about to embrace the social innovation. Yesterday, with InnoDesign here in Seoul, we announced the Experience Lab, a way to connect new type of designers, what our friends call big design approach, to rethink the way people create things. And I think new generation of people are going to bring ideas which are probably much more advanced than traditional companies, embracing the social dimension of innovation. This is a few examples here, which are, you see here, a little car, autonomous car. We developed that program with school and a small company in Europe, connected with multiple labs, because we wanted to demonstrate that a small collection of small teams could do better than even a big organized group with a lot of money. And it works. Those kids have created an autonomous car. They will not produce it. We did the prototype, but we wanted to demonstrate to the world that it was possible. And that new possible is the signal we are getting from so many companies and so many countries around the world. The second example is those kids looking at how to invent future robots, co-robots, where they put the people relationship at the center of what they do, not the automation, the relationship, the emotional aspect of things. The third example is in a school to have training program for highly sophisticated mechatronic system. We did a competition between two school rooms, one with physical equipment, another one with virtual platform. And we took a group of students, or engineers, and we asked them to learn mechatronics. They were not all specialists in software, electronics, mechanical, and they had to do a project. We compared the speed of learning between people using physical objects on experimentation, traditional methods on documents, and people doing online experimentation in a virtual world. The demonstration was compelling. The speed of learning and memorization and sharing was more than twice the speed of traditional learning methods. But there is another secret, which is even more important, which is what I call additive knowledge. Let me make a little bit of remark on that. If you take two pictures, you put them together, you don't get a third picture. If you take two musics together, you put them together, you get a nice noise. If you take two movies, two videos together, you put them together, you don't get a third movie. But if you get a 3D media experience that you merge with another experience, you get a third experience. So it's additive. It's the beauty of that. And in science, it's fundamental to have additive knowledge capabilities because it helps multidiscipline science domains to understand each other and learn from practices in the virtual world. So those are illustrations. Power of imagination. Virtual worlds have been used for video gaming, for media, for many, many things, movies. But now we are at a point where the virtual world can be so close to the real world that you want to produce that the distance between the V and R is becoming zero. It's like Google reducing the distance between your question and the information to answer your question almost to zero. At Da쏘si스템, we want to reduce the distance between the V and the R to zero. And this is the power of imagination. Here is a few illustrations. You have three examples here. You have here an aerospace part that was from an existing airplane connecting the engine to the plane. The question we were asked is how can the new design be done to reduce weight, and should we use additive manufacturing for that? You have here the initial specification of the part, and it's only the specification. And then you see that our scientific AI-based engine will put the atoms where they need to be, will put the materials where they need to be. So the engineering work is not anymore the design. The engineering work is the specification. And when the specification is done, the core robots will put the atoms where they need to be put and connect the atoms to the process to enable proper additive manufacturing. Today in the world, there are many 3D printed parts that flies already at Airbus and Boeing. They fly. Like you in the plane sitting in your seat, there are parts there which have been 3D printed. And the extreme examples we have is we simplify, for example, just the frame of a door in an airplane. It starts with a 250 kilogram part, and it finishes with a 15 kilogram structure. That's the old way of doing things. The new way of doing things, you start with 16 kilograms, you finish with 15 kilograms or 14. But it creates a biomimicry set of connection because we discovered that the best structures are very similar to a duck neck we call lattice. And there is a lot of science to be learned from Mother Nature on that, and that's why we invest, and you see here in the video the result of that. I have no time to explain the other videos. I will just tell you that the same phenomenon is happening in life science at large. So that was for the power of imagination to do things in a different way. Does this remove jobs? I've seen a report the other day, and here we are among many scientists and government policymakers, that this will destroy jobs. I disagree. I have a violent disagreement. This is the most stupid publication that was done. The problem is not to destroy jobs, is to transform the jobs. What we believe, and I'm going to illustrate that in a minute, is that we can elevate the capacity of companion, of people in the shop floor to become engineers with co-virtual robots. And engineers, we will have to become innovators. Today, in our developed economy, we put engineers to do tasks that should be done by lower, between quote, lower level of people. And that's a competitive advantage for an economy, but also a social factor, as every level of the society can do better and learn. Here is an example of combining theory and practices. At Airbus Helicopter, we did an amazing showcases. The question was asked, how do we digitize the future of one-of-a-kind industry to assemble helicopters in an efficient way and produce helicopters? People were concerned in the shop floor. They said, I'm going to lose my job. So we took a video of the way they were working. We added in the video the projection of the future way of working for them with the digital world. So they discover that their job will be enriched and elevated. And that social, human-centric approach created an adoption speed that was second to none in less than 6 months. The workers in the shop floor, the blue-collar people, became what I call the new-collar people. They are not blue anymore. And they are happy. And they see that they can do almost engineering work. And the question I was asked, what engineering are they going to do? Well, they are going to do their job, what they are supposed to do, which is to imagine new solutions. That's the way we can counter-effect flattening the world with software by creating competitive advantage. And you see those examples here in many other domains that I will not comment, as I have made a few remarks. The last remark I would like to do. As scientists, we all love models. We all love equations. And we all love statistics to really connect the possible, the observation with the reality. Of course, the power of big data and data science is about being able to connect this massive set of information with the capacity to abstract, represent, model, and simulate. And those two are very complementary to each other. And I think it's going to change the way even discovery works in every sector of the industry, whether it's material science, bioscience, chemistry, pharma, and others. So, yes, from the Silicon Valley, you can hear that it's big data, yes, because this is what they want to sell. But big data is a mean, it's not an end. And many companies today in Korea and around the world have accumulated such kind of data already, and no one knows how to use them. I call it black data. They are never used well. It's the same in the healthcare policy. So, new policy, to be able to provide this as an economical value for startups, for new ecosystem, are required, which has a lot of implication on also privacy, on who owns those data. And I think today, many governments have difficulties to make up their mind, and we from the scientific world should recommend ideas on new approach to address that problem. So, in order to conclude, I would like to show you the convergence of many things we are doing with, in fact, with Singapore again, where we were looking at surveillance in an area about healthcare prediction on detection. There is a lot of data available. They were not exploited. And because now, with the virtual platform of the city, there is a reference to which things can be compared, can be associated to, that many people from the medical sector, healthcare system, research, or even doctors working with proximity, with people and citizens, could correlate things that were never correlated before. Not only that, it's becoming visible for everyone. It's becoming understandable by every discipline. And that's, I believe, the secret of true collaboration between scientific and business domains. And the government in Singapore understood this very well, and that's why this is making significant progress. So, to conclude, I hope that this is creating for you a lot of new ideas, opening up new possibilities. The first thing I would like to say is being able to do modeling and simulation using the digital capabilities has not started a year ago. It's starting long ago, and many of the assets which exist today are not used enough, including digital representation and many of those things. The second remark is the future of innovation is not about digitalization. It's about imagination and capability to connect people together, scientists, economists, people doing business modeling to create the new innovation of tomorrow, because we are not in a product economy anymore. We are in an experience economy. On the industry, fourth revolution is not about digitizing a plant or a product development process. It's about rethinking the business model and connecting all the expertise in a new game. Thank you very much, and I wish you a great time for this Strongscorea Science and Technology event. And again, I am honored to have participated to this event, and I hope that if all what we do in education, science, and businesses, on transforming the industry in Korea, we can help the country to build its future in a sustainable and respectful way for people, citizens, consumers, because we all dream about that. Thank you very much.
네, 좋은 말씀 펼쳐주신 버나드 샬레 회장님께 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 네, 고맙습니다. 오늘 아주 유익한 말씀으로 오늘 기조연설 펼쳐주셨는데요. 경험의 시대 과학과 산업이라는 주제에 걸맞게 현 시점에서 어떻게 우리가 새로운 것을 창조해 나갈 수 있을지 그 연결의 중요성에 대해서 다시 한번 짚어주셨습니다. 자, 이것으로서 기조연설 순서를 모두 마치도록 하겠고요. 저희 잠시 휴식 시간 갖도록 하겠습니다. 자리에 비치되어 있는 참가자 설문지 그리고 질문지 여러분들 작성하실 거 있으시면요. 작성 부탁드리겠고요. 작성하신 후에 등록 데스크에 전달해 주시거나 나가실 때 자리에 두고 가시면 저희가 수거해 가도록 하겠습니다. 자, 아울러서 통역 수신기도 저희가 나가실 때는 자리에 놔두고 가주시기를 부탁드리겠습니다. 오늘 저희가 예상보다 더 많은 분들이 와주신 관계로 저희가 통역기를 더 많이 가져왔거든요. 그래서 뒤에 있는 세션에도 이용을 해야 되니까요. 여러분 나가실 때는 꼭 자리에 두고 가시기를 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 그럼 지금부터 잠시 한 10분 정도 휴식 시간 갖고 저희 첫 번째 세션 이어가겠습니다. 잠시 후에 뵙겠습니다.